One of the most controversial subjects in bonsai is soil mixes. So today I'm going to show you what I use and how I'm mixing it. But I've got one major ingredient missing, which is pumice. So I'm going to go to the landscape yard and get it. Landscape yards are quite good because they have stuff in bulk, so you can always get a trailer load, or they have stuff in really big bags, and that makes them really cost effective. Everything you learn about bonsai soil mixes can only ever be approximate, and it will have to be fine-tuned over time to suit your own trees and care schedules. But a few key aspects have to be achieved in order to raise and maintain healthy bonsai trees. Good drainage. Excess water has to be able to quickly drain away from the container. Soils without sufficient drainage lack aeration, promote root rot, and allow salts to build up. Good aeration. The particle size of every ingredient is important to allow minute air pockets between them. This allows fast drainage and oxygen amongst the roots, which in turn allows healthy root growth. Good water retention. The soil needs to be able to supply and hold enough water to keep the plant hydrated between waterings. The advantage of inorganic soil mixes is that it keeps the structure a lot longer before breaking down and becoming too dense. Overwatering is sometimes a bigger problem than underwatering, and a tree in a well-structured and open soil mix is almost impossible to overwater.
Soil components that I use are lava rock on the top left, akadama, which is a Japanese baked clay that's specifically made to grow bonsai in, on the top right, pumice on the bottom left, and fine pine bark on the bottom right. Lava rock and pumice provide aeration, structure and drainage, while the softer akadama is excellent for the fine roots to develop as they can penetrate it. Specifically for deciduous trees and some evergreen trees, fine pine bark as an inorganic ingredient can be added to help with water retention. The particle size of any of the components is between 3 mm and 10 mm in diameter. My soil mix consists of 50% pumice, 30% akadama, 10% lava rock and 10% fine pine bark. So in order to mix this, I use a mesh container with a diameter of 3 mm so that it filters out every component that is smaller than 3 mm. I then add 5 scoops of the pumice, and then I give it a good shake so that all components less than 3 millimeters in diameter fall out. But this river pumice that I got is actually quite good, so it's been pre-washed and there's not much small stuff remaining. Then I grab the akadama and I do the same with that. So I add 3 scoops of the akadama and I give it a good shake, and you can see how much of fine particles actually come out of there, which are very, very important to filter out, otherwise they will really clog up your mix. Next onto the fine pine bark, and I am actually not filtering that through the sieve at the moment, just because it's quite wet and there wouldn't be any point, so I have to use water later on. And then the last component is the lava rock, which I'm sifting here as well. Fill it back into the mesh basket. And then I use the hose to flush out any remaining fine particles. And it's amazing how much you can still flush out. And I do that really until the water runs clear. Once all the water has drained out properly, it's time to put it in a container. And this is the final result. If you find this content helpful, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you get informed as soon as we are releasing new content. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.